Today is May 22nd, and I have some really exciting stuff to share with y'all today. Let me just go ahead and get some stuff set up here, make sure we're all on the same page, and then we can begin. If this is your first time to my live stream, welcome. I do this every single Sunday where I take subscribers' questions and I answer them for you live. So, before we get started, let's talk about the special announcement that I wanted to make. So, I started this channel 3 months ago, just 3 months ago, and already we are approaching 30,000 subscribers, which is huge. There are channels that have been around for years and have not yet reached 30,000 subscribers, and then even some of the largest channels out there whom I have spoken with, it took them well over a year to reach 30,000 subscribers. So the fact that we are approaching 30,000 in just 3 months is astronomical. And really, guys, it is all thanks to you. Could not have done that without you guys. So I want to thank you guys by organizing a big giveaway that I want to do at 30,000 subscribers. So how I plan on doing that is once we do hit 30,000 subscribers, I will come out with a video and it will be a share contest. So you have to like the video and share it, and then you'll get entered in for the giveaway. I am still working on the prize package. I will keep you up to date. Once we do hit that 30,000 mark, then I'll come out with more details on what I'm going to give away, when I'm going to give it away, so on and so forth. But we are very close, guys. We are very, very close to 30,000 subscribers, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Not only are we almost at 30,000 subscribers, but as of this morning, we are at almost 1.9 million views, which is insane. For only being here for 3 months, that is absolutely insane, guys. So I want to thank you all, and I do want to do a big giveaway, so we will be doing that at 30,000 subscribers. So be sure, if you would, make sure that you keep sharing those videos, because that is the most important thing, is sharing the videos on your social media platforms. If they work for you, if the tips have worked for you, letting your family, letting your friends know. That's the biggest thing, is just sharing the videos and getting the word out. That will help the channel grow exponentially more. So obviously we're doing this giveaway for 30,000 subscribers, and we're hitting this milestone, which is fantastic. But I kind of wanted to recap a little bit about what this channel is about, and what Cowboy Slots is all about when I first started this channel. So there were 4 points in mind when I started this channel that I wanted to make sure to really hit on. And the first being, I wanted to make sure that everything was always free. So all of the tips, all of the advice, I do not share, or I don't sell. I don't sell tips, I don't sell methods or anything like that. Everything is totally free, guys. And it's not one of those channels where you can come and you get a little piece and then you have to pay for more. No, it's always free. And I do these live open forums on Sunday. You guys can ask any questions that you want to, and there's never a charge for that. So I don't charge for anything, guys. It's always free, and that's the biggest point that I wanted to make about this channel. Couple other things is I wanted to make the information very easy to understand. So I wanted to break things down in a way that everybody could understand them without throwing out a lot of big words or a bunch of nonsense or anything like that. So I make it very easy to understand, and that's really point number 2. Also, point number 3 is I wanted to make the channel very entertaining. So I want to provide you guys good information, but also entertainment as well. So make sure, so yes, I wanted to make the channel very entertaining for you guys as well, and make it fun, make it a fun and enjoyable atmosphere. And then also the 4th point is these tips and practices that I'm giving you guys, I want to make sure that they're practical and that they work in most all casino settings, which I have been blown away by the feedback, and I think that that's really attributed to this channel's growth, is that the tips that I'm giving you guys work. I get testimonials all the time from people all around the country that say that they've tried my tips, they've tried my advice, and they're actually working, which is phenomenal. And I've been blown away by some of the jackpots and stuff that you guys have sent me. And again, I put those all on my website, guys. So if you do use my tips and they work for you, you can submit them to the website at ropethejackpot.com and I will share them for you. And I will put those on the website. So those are the big points that I wanted to make about this channel, is making sure that it's free, it's fun, and it works. So thank you guys very much for being a part of that. And yes, we will be having a big giveaway at 30,000 subscribers, which we are almost there. The biggest thing, guys, if you want to help the channel out, we've got some great people here. We have an amazing base of followers, an amazing base of subscribers, and I really can't thank you guys enough. The biggest thing that you guys can do to keep helping out is making sure that you're sharing those videos. So on all of the videos in my library, you know, you have the option to like the video and subscribe, and then there's also that share button there, and you can get the link to the video. Put that on your Facebook. Put that on different groups that you may be involved in, or anything like that. Put it on any platform you want to. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Facebook. Put it on whatever social media networks that you use. That's the biggest thing. So once we get to that 30,000 subscribers, I will be doing a pretty good giveaway, and I do plan on doing giveaways at each individual point as we go along. So I'll do a giveaway at 30,000, a giveaway at 40, a giveaway at 50, and then God forbid if we do get to 100,000 subscribers, which would be amazing. If we get to 100,000 subscribers, I'll probably do either a massive giveaway, maybe I'll even give away a slot machine. You never know. Or I'll have a big party in Vegas. You never know. So definitely thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. So that is the big announcement, is the fact that our channel is approaching 30,000 subscribers in only 3 months. That is absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, there are channels that have been around for years and don't even have 30,000. There are channels that have been around for many more years, and it took them a year to get 30,000 subscribers or more. So that is absolutely phenomenal, guys. So just thank you all. I really appreciate it. The growth has been insane, and yes, because I made sure to look this up, we are the fastest growing slot channel on YouTube, period. The fastest growing. So the fact that you guys are here, if you've been here since the beginning, you're part of something really good, really big. So, and taking a gamble says do a group poll at 100,000. I think for 100,000 we're going to do some big things. If we get 100,000 followers, we're going to do some big things. But anyway, guys, okay, so I got that out of the way, so we will start with the question and answer portion. So this is the part where you guys can ask your questions, and I will answer them for you. I know I have been talking now for a few minutes, so there might be some questions in the comment windows. If I look down, I'm just trying to catch up on comments. They do kind of all run in together. We do have Stacy's High Limit Slots is with us in the chat window today, so everybody be sure to check out Stacy's High Limit Slots. She was actually one of my first ever supporters, and not only that, but before I even started the channel on YouTube, Stacy actually was the one that helped me out, because I did not know what I was doing. When I first started this channel, I had never made a YouTube channel. I had never made YouTube videos or anything like that. And Stacy and I became friends, and she actually helped me to really get it started. So Stacy is a huge part of this channel, guys, which is why I always mention her. So please do, if you support my channel, please do help out Stacy's channel as well and support her. She's there in the comments as well. All right, guys, so let me quickly roll through these comments. And by the way, thank you all so much for all of the congratulations and the positive feedback. I really appreciate it. Like I said, this channel would not be here without you guys. So I just want to see here if I missed any questions. Let's see, there's a lot to go through. All right. All right, guys. So it looks like we're pretty much caught up on questions at this point. So definitely keep those questions rolling in. And I will happily answer them for you. I do this every single Sunday, so if I do miss your question at all, you can always come back next Sunday. And you can always watch this later because I do save the chat window, so you guys can always go back and look at comments as well, or anything like that at any point. Let's see, since we don't have any really good questions right now, or any questions that I'm seeing, I might be missing some. But since I'm not seeing any questions right now, we'll just talk a little bit about recap here, and we'll talk about some of my recent videos that I did. Sorry, guys. So recently I came out with a video about how to buy slot machines. The folks down at Slot Machines Unlimited are very, very helpful people. They have a huge selection of machines, so definitely check those guys out. All of their information is in that video, so be sure to check out Slot Machines Unlimited. They are fantastic people. Ethan is a great guy. You can call him, and again, if you mention Cowboy Slots, you get $50 off your purchase, which is pretty good. And yes, they do ship machines to you, which is phenomenal. So, all right, I got some questions rolling in here. Let's see. Tony asks, how do the VGT red screens work? Good question, Tony. So, in the casinos that I worked at, we did have a couple of the red screen VGTs. Not many of them, but we did have a couple of them. I've only ever worked on them once or twice, so they're not something that I'm super familiar with. But I will try to do some more research, and I will plan on bringing you guys a video on the red screen machines. I do have plans to go out to Oklahoma at some point, and when I'm there, I will plan to play the red screens and then do a video about how those work, and also talk to some people that work on those machines each and every day. So red screens are coming up, guys. Again, the channel is only 3 months old, so we have a lot more videos to cover. We have content to last us years, so I will get to them as quickly as I possibly can. That includes video poker. Jake asks, do your tips apply to Class 2 casinos? For the most part, they do, yes, but just keep in mind that Class 2 casinos do operate very differently, and there's a lot more factors to consider when playing at Class 2 facilities. So my advice would be definitely try out some of my tips in Class 2 facilities, but then also I would watch the video that I made on the bingo machines, which covers Class 2, before you go in and really start playing at those facilities. But yes, most of my tips would work in a Class 2 facility, but again, there's a lot more variables involved with Class 2 facilities. Tammy asks, do you think slots will tighten up with the recession? I really don't think so. So again, with slot machines in general, guys, they are very, very highly regulated. I mentioned in a previous video that slot machines are actually more regulated than alcohol and tobacco combined. The casinos do not have as much power and free will as everybody thinks they do to just, up and change the slots anytime they want to. There is actually a legal process to do it, and it can take a while to do. Usually casinos don't change their odds until usually it's quarterly or something like that. And again, they have to get permission from their governing agencies and so on and so forth. Will they tighten it? That's up to the state, not the casino. Let's see. Ryan asks, why is it pinball or top dollar always hits when I only have 1 credit left and not 8 to play max for the feature? That I am not sure. The pinball and the top dollar logo is still random when it lands on the line, so that's not anything the machine is doing in particular. If you were playing 2 credits or 3 or whatever the max would be, when on that last spin, you would have probably still gotten it. But the machine does not have anything where it will only put the logo out there if you're playing 1 credit just to tease you. So that really kind of more just a phenomena. Miss Champagne Diva asks, what are your thoughts on black diamond machines? Really, so I do have a couple thoughts on the black diamond machines. I have seen a lot of really big jackpots won at those machines. They were actually one of the more popular machines that we played or that we had at our casino for players. They gained popularity really, really quickly. The only thing that I do not like about the Black Diamond machine is, typically speaking, you have to play a lot of credits to really get a good pay. Most of those machines are either 9 credits or 27 credits or something, some kind of insane number. And if you're playing that on $1 or $2 or $5, it can get very, very expensive. Can you win good money at the Black Diamond machines? Yes, you can. But from what I have noticed is you will burn through money much quicker. So that's the only problem with those machines. I like them, but typically with the Black Diamond machines, you have to burn through a lot of money and it goes really quick. So I personally, if I'm in a casino, it's usually one of the last machines I play. Let's see here. I do have a lot of questions coming in, guys. So if I miss a couple, I apologize. But I do have them all kind of running in at once. So I will try to go back through and make sure I try to cover everybody's question the best of that I can. Steve asks, do you believe the casino regulates the paybacks at different times of the day? So the answer to this is no, but I also want to add it's not a belief, it's a fact. This is not a theory. When I'm telling you guys that the casinos do not change their payouts for time or day, that is not a theory, that is a fact. Not only do they can't do it because of legal regulations, but it just simply doesn't happen and they don't have to. The machines are built to always retain a profit for the casino, so there is no need to go through all of the red tape and process just to change the paybacks on the machines. A lot of people, I have heard several other people on the internet that swear that the slots change their payouts on times and days, and that is simply not true. Coming from somebody that's worked in the casino, I can tell you that that is not true. The people that are saying that they change paybacks based on time or day are people that have never worked in a casino before, and they are simply speculating that from the player's standpoint. So, do the casinos change their paybacks based on time of day or event or anything like that? The answer is no, they don't. They don't have to. It is a process. It simply does not happen. So I hope that answers your question. Dean says, a party in Vegas. Yes, we're in. Yes, if we do hit 100,000 subscribers, I will plan a big party in Las Vegas. Tony asks, are respins predetermined in bonus rounds? Typically, no. Most games, the respins are not predetermined in the bonus rounds. Let's see. Flying Hawaiian 37 is playing higher denom at tribal casinos pointless due to the machines not being based on an RNG. So this is kind of one of those topics that honestly, it's not pointless, but at the same time, it doesn't have as much hold as if you were playing at a regular Class 3 casino. So it's not pointless, but you can play at a lower denom and still make decent money at a Class 2 facility. It just doesn't hold as much power as like a Class 3 casino would be. Slots a Lot asks, if the casino wanted to change the payout, would that be done by a technician like yourself? The answer is yes, it would. We would get a directive to go and change it. Now, keep in mind, to change the odds on a slot machine, whether it's brand new or whether it's old, you've got to understand something. So, when they change the odds on the slot machine, it is not a flip of a switch. It is not something that's easily done just right then and there. The machine has to be reset. It has to be powered down. It has to be restart. There is a process, and it has to be done at each individual machine. So in order to change the odds, that's why I say it's almost impossible if the casino wanted to change all of their odds in a 5-minute time span. If they were not class 2, because remember, class 2 is different because class 2, you have the bingo server and everything, and that can be done remotely. But at 90% of the rest of the casinos, in order for the casino to change the odds on that, they would literally have to close. They would have to close for like 3 hours just to change the odds. So no, it does not. It does not happen. If the casino wanted to change the odds, there is a legal process that they have to do. They have to go get permission from the state, from the gaming board, and then somebody has to come in and actually observe the odds being changed. Let's see. Reggie says you should make a video on what you just said about the payback so people will stop asking. You answered that a million times nicely. Just let them know there is a video if you can make it. So the paybacks, I do cover that a lot in various videos. And that's why I always let you know, guys, too, that if there is a particular question that you have about a casino myth or anything like that, be sure to go back and watch some of my old videos or even just refresh on them, because a lot of the questions do get covered in previous videos. And I have made videos on class 2. I have made videos on bingo machines or anything like that. So be sure to look through the library and check out those videos on that. But I could probably make a short video on that. I think that would be a good thing to cover. But no, when it comes to casinos changing the odds and changing the payback percentage, I can't stress this enough, guys. It is a pain in the ass. From an employee standpoint, it is an absolute pain. It takes more effort and time for the casino to do than it is worth. The machines are always going to retain a profit, no matter what. It doesn't matter the denomination. It doesn't matter anything. If it's a slot machine, it's going to retain a profit for the house. There is no reason for it to change odds. I know I have seen countless videos from people saying, oh, well, on Saturday, the machines will pay out really good, but on Sunday, after the weekend, they pay out even better. That is not true. It's simply not true. The odds do not change. The physical odds of the machines do not change whatsoever. If the odds do change on the slot machines, it is a huge, long process for them to do, and they have to do it individually. There is no switch that they can just flip. It is not done in a back room. It is not done, remotely or anything like that. No matter what you hear, it's not done like that. Plain and simple. They don't do it. Except for class 2. Class 2, they can do it. That's the only exemption is class 2. All right, we got a lot of questions here, guys. So I'm going to try to catch up a little bit. There's probably about 30, 40 questions sitting here in the queue. So if I miss a couple, I apologize. I will try to get to them. Sonia asks, when machines are out of service, are they being re-regulated? All the Power 4 Ultimate Fire Links were off one night in Highland, California. No, not necessarily. So with slot machines, guys, just like anything, just like your car, just like any other computer or anything like that, slot machines do require maintenance. There are many, many times that the casino will have to shut off a bank of machines for them to go through, and they do routine maintenance or cleaning them or anything like that. It does not necessarily mean they're getting reset. In order for them to reset a machine, again, there is a legal process that they have to go through. So it is perfectly normal for a casino to turn off a bank of machines to work on it. That does happen all the time. Diane says, don't forget to hit the like button. Hi, Cowboy. Diane from Wisconsin. Yes, do not forget to hit that like button. That helps me out a lot. So yes, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, because remember, the quicker we can get to 30,000, the quicker we'll get this giveaway rolling. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going through about a list of about 20 or 30 questions or so, guys, so just bear with me. Beauty Taps asks, what are Class 2 and 3 casinos? So Class 2 casinos are basically run off of a bingo-based system. That is the only difference between them. So Class 2 gaming is based off of the game of bingo. So in a nutshell, with Class 2 gaming, rather than you playing the machine, you're actually playing everybody else on the floor against a pool of numbers, and the machine is really just decoration. Class 3 would be like your Las Vegas style machines. And yes, really quick, guys, Stacy just put in the comment window the link to my Patreon page. So again, everything I provide to you guys is 100% free. However, I do have a lot of people that ask, how can we support you more? And I do offer a Patreon page. And also, when you join my Patreon page, you will get sent a poker chip as well. So, yes, I do have a Patreon page for those of you that would like to support the channel more. And Stacy just put that link there in the comments, in the comment window. So thank you for doing that, Stacy. I appreciate it. Jennifer says we're at 28.6 thousand followers, so getting close. We are getting very close to that, guys. We will keep that going. Let's see, JT Diver 77, how do electronic pull tab machines work? How are they regulated? I have never worked on electronic pull tab machines. That is outside of my wheelhouse. So that's not something that I have technical knowledge of. However, they are regulated. They are regulated by the state. So, but as for how they work, that I am not sure of, because that is outside of my wheelhouse. So I will not give you guys advice or anything on stuff that I do not know. So if I don't know something, I will tell you. And that is one of the things that I do not know. Let's see. Slot Drop says, question, did you ever figure out if the top dollar / Wheel of Fortune / pinball at the bottom means anything? At the bottom as in falling below the pay line, or what? I'll wait for your response on that, and I'll come back, just kind of elaborate a little bit more, and then I'll happily answer that question for you. Let's see. Tony says the slot machines at Indian casinos in Washington State play very different than other Indian machines in other states. Is there a video on Washington State machines? So Washington State machines do operate a little bit differently, because they are they are kind of classified a little bit different. I have never worked in Washington State. I have never worked on those machines. So if I do a video on that, it will probably be an interview style video where I'll bring in somebody that actually works there and can explain it a little bit more. As for right now, that's not something that I have a lot of knowledge on, those Washington State style machines. Going back to the question from the slot drop, showing but not on the pay line. Okay, so with that, and again, the question was, just to kind of recap, because I'm going back to a question. The question was, did I ever figure out if the top dollar Wheel of Fortune or pinball logo, when it starts falling near the pay line, if that means anything? I have not found out yet the technical answer for it. But I will say this, I fully agree with you, because I have noticed this not only as a employee, but as a player as well, that for some reason on the top dollar machines and the pinball machines in particular, when the bonus logo starts getting near the line or showing in the window, if it starts doing that repeatedly, I have noticed that it does hit the bonus usually within a couple of spins after that. The technical reason behind that, I do not know. I have not seen anything like that in the programming of those machines. So it might just be a phenomenon. Maybe it's just our mind playing tricks with us. But I have noticed that myself, both as an employee, as a player, that typically speaking with those two machines, if they start falling near the pay line, chances are it will hit eventually. Let's see. Gail says, what can you tell us about video poker machines? So for video poker, the reason why I'm waiting on that video is because I want to get as much information as possible, and also I want to be in an area where I can actually play and demonstrate. I do not have a video poker machine at my house, So once I get to a point where I can actually gather all of my information and then go and actually demonstrate the information, then I will come out with the video poker video. So I am working on it. It is coming, but that is the reason why video poker is taking so long, is because I want to make sure to go into as much detailed information for you guys and not just guess. And also I'd like to be able to show you and demonstrate for you a little bit on an actual video poker machine. So that is coming. It will be coming soon. Unfortunately, I don't have a casino near me, but as soon as I am able to get out and go to the casinos that are close to me, I will do a video on that. Let's see. S'mores asks, first machine you play when you walk into a casino. So for me, the machines that I like to play, I like to stick with the $5 denom slot machines. And again, this is my personal preference. This is not technical advice, so you do not have to do this. This is just strictly me and my preference. I like to stick to the $5 denom slot machines. I like to stick to something that's 2 or 3 credits max, so a $10 or a $15 bet, and I stick to the older style machines. So triple stars, triple diamond, all these old school machines right here, those are the machines that I stick with when I go into a casino myself. I find that that works best for me. I find that that's best for my budget and my payroll. I kind of found it as my sweet spot. So to answer your questions, those are the machines that I gravitate towards whenever I go play. Normally, I do not play very high denom machines unless I really have the budget and bankroll to do it. I did come out with a video. If you guys haven't already seen it, I came out with a video. It was actually my last video I uploaded. I played a $25 slot machine for a while, so that actually lasted me a long time, and I hit a jackpot on it. So you guys can go watch that video. It's in the library now. Gail says, you are the real deal. Thank you so much for all of your information. You are very, very welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Again, this channel would not be here without you. When I started this channel, I had no idea the explosion that this would have on the internet and the amount of people that I would get interested in this, which so I am incredibly astonished, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you. Let's see. Larry says, I played an old school triple cash slot. I hit 2 triple cash, and then the third reel started spinning slowly. A slot tech came up and said it was a slot malfunction. It could have been a reel tilt. Those older machines happen. Those older machines do happen a lot. Those reel tilts, unfortunately. The slot drop says, do you have a recommendation, a recommended moment to walk away from a machine? So with me, I do not. I don't have anything really set. I like to kind of set budgets as I go along. So depending on how the machine is doing, if the machine is doing really well, I might, change my budget limit a little bit and say, okay, well, I'm at $2,000 right now. I'm not going to let it go below $1,800. And then if I win even more, then I change it and I say, well, now that I'm at $2,500, I'm not going to let it go below $2,000. So I really don't have a walkaway point set until I actually start playing the machines and getting to see it a little bit more. Let's see. Slots a Lot asks, do you always use a player's card? Yes, I do always use a player's card. The only time I did not use a player's card, and I will address this now because so many people have asked about it. The only time that I do not that I did not use a player's card, I was playing with Stacy over at Cosmo. This was the pinball video, and for the first part, I did not use a player's card because, simply put, I did not have a player's card, and I did not feel the need to get one because the points would have been pointless because Cosmo was in the process of being bought out by MGM Grand, which they did just switch that over, and I'm already an MGM member. So what's the point of earning Cosmo points if they're going to be no good in a week? So that's why I didn't use a player's card on that machine. That was the only reason why. Just because the points would have been worthless. Let's see. Mary, what was your question, Mary? Because let's see. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Question from Mary: Who owns the slots on a Carnival cruise, and can you win on them? So obviously the cruise lines will own the slot machines, and they are governed by. So Carnival cruise ships are governed, and they're flagged out of Panama. So they will follow Panama's gambling regulations. I don't know what Panama's gambling regulations are. I've had good money on Carnival cruise ships though, and I did come out with a video where I interviewed a slot tech that works on the cruise ships and talked to him a little bit about cruise ship slots. So that video is also in the library. So check that out. But I think you can win good money on them. I've won some good money on cruise ships. Slot Drop says they haven't merged their points yet for Cosmo and MGM. Might take a long time. I know that they haven't merged the points just yet on those, but seeing as how I don't live in Vegas and I don't live really close to Vegas, I probably won't be going back to Vegas at least for a couple months or so. So who knows? Maybe by the time I get there, they'll be merged. But at the time when I was playing the pinball slot at the Cosmo, in my mind I was just thinking to myself, there's really no point to earning points at Cosmo, seeing as how the fact of that program is going to ultimately go away. David asks, at Cosmo in Las Vegas, when a slot pays out $100,000 plus jackpot, Cosmo requires a slot tech to open and fully inspect the machine before they pay out the $100,000 jackpot to the player. Is that normal procedure? Yes, that is normal procedure. So with you, and that's that way with most any casino. If you win a jackpot, so in the casino industry, there's certain levels of jackpots that certain people have to be present for. So the casino that I worked at, for example, anything that was $3,000 or less, an attendant could just pay it out. Anything that was $5,000 or less, but over three, then a supervisor had to be present. Anything that was between 5 and 10, a manager had to be present, and anything that was $20,000 or greater, then a tribal, what am I thinking of? Regulatory commissioner would have to be present on anything over $20,000. So that's typically like if you see people that win bigger jackpots, typically the higher amount, the more involved it gets. And with over $100,000, typically speaking, then technicians have to come. Usually, like the top manager has to come, security has to come, and they have to look over the machine. So yes, that is normal procedure. Pat says, thank you, Cowboy Slots. Followed your recommendations and won 3 hand pays, 2 on 3 diamonds. That is awesome, guys. You know, that is one thing that I love to hear is, and that's one thing too when I started this channel, is I want to make sure that the tips and the advice that I'm giving you are workable for you guys and is stuff that you guys can apply to your playing. And to hear that it is working and to see you guys winning is absolutely phenomenal. And I think that really speaks volumes for this channel. I think a lot of advice and stuff that you hear out there, and you don't see people doing well on, but they're having to pay for the advice, I think that's really, really shady. The fact that we can give out advice free here, and it is 100% totally free, and the fact that you guys are winning on it and it's working for you, that speaks volumes about this channel. And that's really what this channel is all about. So I love hearing that. Gail says, what is a realistic budget when you play $5 machines? So for me, and I touched on this with one of my previous videos, I think it was my last tips video that I put out recently, which if you haven't checked that out, check it out. My recommendation for budgeting is the denomination should I can't talk today. The denomination of the machine you pick should be 1% of your budget, or your bet amount should be 1% of your budget. So if you were going to play $5 on a $5 slot machine, I would recommend going in with 500. That would be my personal recommendations. Do you have a recommendation for people with a low bankroll, say, for example, 100 to 300? Actually, I do, and that is something that I think I am going to come out with a video on. Let me know in the comments, would you guys like to see a video on my method for lower budgets? I do have a method that I like to use. I don't know if I should tell you about it now or if I should wait and do a video on it. Maybe I'll do a video on it this week. But let me know. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see that video about how to build up with a lower budget and what to play. I see we're getting some yeses on that. I think that would be that would be a really good video. All right. Because I do have a special method that I use that nobody has talked about yet. So I almost don't want to mention it in the live stream simply because I don't want to give it away just yet. But I think that if I were to, I'm actually really excited about this. I'm smiling ear to ear because I'm like, you know what? I have a special method that it's always worked for me, guys. It's always worked for me, and I hope that that you guys would really. I think that you guys would benefit from that. So I think that's going to be a good video. Everybody's wanting me to spill it now, but I think I'm gonna keep you suspended for a minute on that one. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Gene says you have actually increased my bankroll with your tips. Thank you. You are very welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, guys. All right. So we got a bunch of yeses and everything, and it kind of let's see. I got to go back here and look for some more questions here. I try to go back and double check to see what I'm missing out on. Let's see. EJ Laughs a Lot says, "Hey Cowboy, happy Sunday. Got 6 balls on lightning links, so I got 3 free spins and more balls. Is the outcome predetermined? Number of balls, total bonus payout, etc." On lightning links, that is not predetermined. That is not predetermined on lightning links. So that is totally random there. Everybody's wanting me to spill the beans on this method, but I think you guys are really going to like this video when I come out with it. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, I will, because I'm so excited about this video now, maybe I will actually do it at the end of this live stream, and I'll put it through editing, and I'll have it posted in the next couple days or so. So be sure, this is a really good time, guys. If you are subscribed to the channel, there's a little bitty bell. It's a little bell logo, and it's right next to the subscribe button. If you hit that bell, then you will get notified every time a new video comes out. So hit that bell. Take the time to hit the bell for notifications, because that is definitely going to, then you'll know when that video comes out. And yes, please do subscribe. The quicker we can get to our 30,000 subscribers, the quicker we can start this giveaway that I am so excited about. And I think you guys are really, really going to love. And yes, the giveaways are going to get bigger as the subscribers increase. The best way to increase subscribers, guys, if you missed the first part, the best way to increase subscribers is make sure to share my videos on your social media platforms. That is the best way. All right, let's get back to some questions here. Francis says, "Hello again from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Have you seen slot players staying for hours and hours? I've seen it last week and it was actually sad. Your thoughts, please." So yes, I have seen people stay in the casino all day. All day I have seen people stay in the casino. You know, it depends. If they're winning and they're doing well, you know, more power to them. You never know. I mean, we don't know their situation. Everybody's situation's different, so it's important not to judge anybody. You know, maybe they're doing really well. Maybe maybe they're excited to be there. Maybe they made a special trip to be there, and that's what they enjoy doing. So you never know. Let's see. All right. Super Squirrel says, "Hey Cowboy Slots, saw you on another channel a few weeks ago and subscribed. First time tuning in, love the content. Well, welcome. I appreciate that. What channel did you see me on? That's I think I've only appeared on Stacy's channel as of yet. I think I've only appeared on Stacy's channel. But let me know. Let me know what you think. I know a couple other channels have mentioned me, so that's great that you got brought over here. So I appreciate it. David asks, why do some slots say this machine does not accept casino free play? Is that an accounting thing? So typically the machines that do not accept free play are usually the ones that are not owned by the casino, or they have some kind of an outside agreement. So like a lot of times there are certain games that will not allow you to play free play, particularly if there is a like a wide area progressive attached to it, or some kind of a progressive that's shared with maybe another property or something like that. It's usually something along those lines. Let's see here. All right. Lisa says Arizona casinos are awesome. Love Auction and Maricopa had many, many hand pays. The casinos in Arizona are awesome. They really are. I spent years in Arizona, and I have played at every single casino in the state of Arizona, and I am very, very familiar with the casinos in Arizona. Just saying. And yes, they are awesome. Let's see. Are grocery store machines good? That I don't know. I mean, all machines are going to be regulated by the state. So the state is going to really determine those. So if you are playing a slot machine at a grocery store or somewhere like that, anything gambling related is going to have some kind of regulatory oversight. So they're not just run by the business that you're at. Debbie Smith says you will get 100,000. May take a little bit of time, but you will get there. So at this point, guys, with the way the channel's growing, we're getting almost 10,000 subscribers a month. That is insane. That is really, really, really crazy. And at this point, once we hit 30 and go over 30, then I am going to plan giveaways at each major point. So we'll do a giveaway at 30, a giveaway at 40, 50, 60, and then if we do hit 100,000 subscribers, then I will either throw a big party or something, or who knows, like I said, I might be giving away something big. If we get to 100,000 subscribers, I might be giving away something big, maybe a trip to Vegas, maybe a slot machine, I don't know. I don't know yet because we're not there, but at 100,000, we're going to do something really, really big. So keep the word up, keep sharing, keep doing what you're doing, guys. Whatever you guys are doing, it's working. So I appreciate that. Martin says at 50,000, will I shave? Absolutely not. No, the beard stays. The beard absolutely stays. That's not going anywhere. That's going to continue to grow just like this channel. Let's see. Tony asks, do high limit room machines have different payout percentages than machines out on the floor, even though they are the same denomination? No, they really don't. So if you have $100 machine, if you have $100 machine inside of the high limit room and a $100 machine outside of the high limit room, they are going to have relatively the same average payback. Being in the room or out of the room is not any different. Let's see here. Let's see. Jennifer says, you're growing so fast due to your knowledge, honesty, and valuable information. I really appreciate that. I really do. I try my best, guys. I really do. I want to give you information that is easy to understand and that is knowledgeable from the inside of the casino. I do not provide you guys advice just based on what I think or based on a player's perspective, so to speak. The information that I give you guys is information that I know and that I have knowledge of from actually working in the casinos. And I'm very straightforward with you guys with that. If there are some things that maybe I have observed, then I will tell you that this is my observation. So I keep it honest here, guys. Let's see. Um, uh, HD says, what are skill machines? Also, can tribal casinos operate class 3 machines? So, skill machines do operate a little bit differently. They do not run on a random number generator. They run on basically either you have to pick a pattern on the machine. You have to select a square. There's those types. There are other types that rely on horse racing data. There's a lot of different types of skill machines out there. As for class 3 tribal casinos, yes, all of the casinos in Arizona are tribal. All of the casinos in Arizona are class 3. So just because it is an Indian casino does not automatically make it a class 2 facility. There's a lot of Indian casinos out there that are fully class 3 facilities and regulated by the state. $5 super chat from Johnson. Thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Those are very, very helpful for the channel. So I appreciate that a lot. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. So there's some conversation here in the chat window about the Mirage. I think I missed the initial question about it. Yes, the Mirage was recently bought out. I have not played there in a long time, so I am not sure. When it comes to the Mirage, I am not sure how they are. But I think just from going through and looking here, it looks like you're not having much luck at the Mirage. I would try another casino. Honestly, I would try another casino. If you're there in Vegas, try Bellagio or Aria or Cosmo, one of those. I tend to have the best luck at Bellagio, but they also have the most of the machines that I play. So give that a shot. Give that a shot. Tammy makes a good point. 10 minutes left. So yes, guys, I do keep the live streams at 1 hour. So we are at 52 minutes right now. I will probably, in today's live stream, I might go a little bit over an hour. Just because my last live stream last Sunday, I did cut it short. I actually was not feeling well. I was sick during that time, and I kind of cut it a little bit short for that reason. So I will probably let this live stream go a little over an hour today, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, to try to make up for some of that. Let's see. How did you get to be a slot tech? Did you go to school for it? So when it comes to being a slot technician, if it is something that you guys want to do, really the only way to do it is just to apply for the job. There's not a specific school that you can go to prior to working at the casino. The reason being is, so the manufacturers, they do offer schools, but those they offer schools and classes and training and stuff like that, but it is specifically closed to casino employees only. So you have to be employed by the casino first before you go through the training. If you can't get into a slot tech position, you can get into any other position in the casino. It's the same as any other business. So you could go be a table games dealer, you could go be a slot attendant, you could go be one of those, and then when the position does open up, you can do like a lateral transfer and come over. All right. Going back to some questions here. I got a lot of questions, guys. Sorry about that. Dean says casinos train slot techs when they get hired. Yes, they do. Most slot tech training is done within the casino, and then if it's something special or a new game, usually that's done by the manufacturer. What do I know about New York slot machines? Any ideas about win percentage? So when it comes to the percentage, that'll be something that's available for through the state. As for the New York slot machines, that I'm not sure. I really don't play there very much. Sorry about that. Let's see, Slots a Lot. Do you plan on doing a meet and greet? Yes, I am planning on doing some more activities. The weather's warming up nicer. Right now, travel is a little difficult. I drive a giant lifted truck, so it is not fun for me right now. For me to be able to, the nearest airport to me is 3 hours away, and the nearest casino is about 4 hours away, and Vegas is about 7 hours away. So for me to drive that big giant truck to the casinos right now is not is not very practical. But yes, as things do start to come down, then I will do a lot more meet and greets, and I do plan on doing some more travel. Hopefully, I can get that done this summer. Would you play a skill machine? I see them in Virginia, but never played. We do have skill machines here in Wyoming, so yes, I do play. I do play the skill machines. I've had some pretty good luck at them. Believe it or not, when it comes to skill machines, I've actually had some really good luck at some of these little bar skill machines. The one at our bar here in town, there's only two machines, so there's not a lot. There's only two machines, and I have gone in there, and I will go in with about $100 and leave with 1,000 almost every day. So those machines, actually, those skill machines, you can win some good money at it. I haven't played them in a minute, but yes, you can win good money at skill machines. Trav D, can a person in a wheelchair work as a slot technician? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. There's no limitation on that. Go for it. Super Squirrel says, if I wanted to purchase a slot machine, who is the most reliable source to get one from? I just came out with a video about buying slot machines. That is on there, and I have all the resources. I would really, really recommend Slot Machines Unlimited. Those guys down there are fantastic. They have a huge selection, a great selection, and if you mention Cowboy Slots, you save money. So check that out. Watch that video. I do have all the information in there as well about how to get in touch with them. So that is in the library. Is there a minimum, Ashley asks, is there a minimum number of 95% payback slots required by the commission to be on the floor? So no, there is not. At least not in most states that I know of. There's not a minimum for how many machines should be on the floor. There is typically a maximum, but as for a minimum of how many machines should be on the floor, that I don't believe there is. Jennifer says, do I ever come to Kansas City? If so, what casino or casinos do you prefer? I have not been to Kansas City in years, nor have I ever gambled there. So that I am not sure. I can't give advice on a casino I've never been at. Jessica asks questions. So each casino sets the payback rates on the machine. A certain machine does not have the same payback percentage at a different casino. That is correct. So the casinos set the payback percentage on the machines. I'll just give you an example since we're talking about other casinos. So we'll just use this machine right here for an example. So this machine, it's a dollar machine. If I were to put this machine in one casino, that casino might put the percentage at, say 95%. But if I go to a different casino that's regulated differently, such as in a different state or a different tribe or anything like that, it could be lower, it could be higher. So each casino, depending on where they're regulated, if it's tribe or a state, the state and the tribe will determine those payback percentages. Let's see. Pat asks, what is a decent price for a used double diamond deluxe 3-wheel machine? So this is a hard one. So the thing is slot machines have gone up in price tremendously because as I've mentioned before, a lot of the casinos now are opting to lease the machines, and when they lease them, they send them back to the manufacturer. So the private market for slot machines is actually dwindling drastically. So these machines right here, for example, like this triple diamond machine that I have here, 10 years ago, I could have gotten it for $500, but now because there's not many left on the market and because it's going away and because there's not a supply of them coming back, the prices could be a lot higher. So it really depends. It's kind of like buying fish in a market, so to speak. It really depends on the current market value. So as for an actual price of a slot machine, it really just depends on the current market value, because that is fluctuating. And by the way, guys, if you are planning on buying a slot machine, my recommendation is not to wait, because again, the supply is dwindling. That's one of the reasons why I sold my business. So when I owned my business, I owned my business buying and selling slots for years. There were supply chain issues even back then, and those supply chains are dwindling. So if you do plan on buying a slot machine, I would not recommend waiting for 10 years down the line, because probably down the line 10 more years you're probably not going to be able to get them. So I would not wait. Me personally, I would not wait. If there's a machine that you want to buy, if there is a machine available to buy, especially if it is an older model machine, I would take advantage of that. Let's see. David asks, is it casino fraud prevention when a slot disallows a player to put in large amounts of money in certain machines? Yes, that is a fraud prevention measure, and unfortunately, I cannot comment any further on that. That is if you're wanting to talk about why the machine does not allow certain amounts of money, that is actually a topic that I am not legally allowed to tell you or go into detail on, because that is security sensitive information. Anyway, guys, let's see. I'm going to take a couple more questions. We are over our hour, so I said I would go on a little bit longer. So I am going to take a couple more questions, but just letting y'all know, we're going to wrap up our live stream here soon. So I'll take a couple more questions. Let's see. Have you played at Wyoming Downs, Horse Palace in Wyoming? What do you think of it so far? I actually really like Wyoming Downs. I was there the other day at the Evanston location for Wyoming Downs, and I really like it. They have a good selection of machines. They're really nice, and I do plan on talking to the folks at Wyoming Downs and seeing if I can't maybe do a video there, because they do have, here in Wyoming, we do have a very strict no filming policy. So I'm going to try to get in touch with the upper people at Wyoming Downs and see if I can't get permission to do some videos there to show you guys these machines, because they are quite different. Let's see. Dennis asks, is the old 25 by 25 by 25 rule still in effect and depends on how many jackpots are in each reel or how many combinations of jackpots? Thanks for what you do. So really, I wouldn't say so. The casinos have changed a lot in recent years. I wouldn't say that rule really still applies. I mean, you might be able to work that in some way, shape, or form at some older casinos, but that I really couldn't. I really couldn't tell you on that one. Let's see, Raven, hot hit, good or no? I've not played that machine. I've seen it, but I've not played it. So I can't really say for sure good or not. But definitely apply. You can apply my tips to it and see if it works. Sit at it for a while, give it a shot. Always remember to watch your denominations, watch your pay tables. You can tell a lot you can tell a lot from a machine just by watching the pay table of the machine. Watch the pay tables of the machine, kind of study the machine before you play it. Really get to know the game. If you get to know the game before you play it, that'll help you out more than anything would. Gail says, any machines that we should stay away from? There are a couple of machines that I would just absolutely not play whatsoever. A couple of those machines. Wheel of Fortune. I do not play Wheel of Fortune at all. I don't play it. It is an awful game to play. It has terrible payouts. Can you win on it? Yes. Have I played it in the past? Yes. But overall speaking, when it comes to mathematics, it is a terrible game to play. I would not play Wheel of Fortune. The other one I would not play is 10 times pay. 10 times pay, I would not play that machine. I have had a friend of mine hit really good on it once, but as for from a programming standpoint, it is an awful game to play. Any game with like a lot of really high multipliers, steer clear from. Let's see. Lou asks, is a machine's payout based on the machine or the games on it? So the payout percentage is going to be based on the denomination of the machine. However, the payback percentages can vary depending on the game. So, for example, I'm going to use these two again. I'll use these two machines. They are both triple diamond machines. However, this one is a deluxe version. It is a little more volatile because it has the deluxe feature where it nudges the reels. If both of these machines were $1, unfortunately this one's 25 cents, this one's $1, but for this example, we'll say both of them are $1. So if they are both $1 and both the same game, except this one's the deluxe version, this one is going to have a reduced payback percentage because it does have that nudging feature. Like I had mentioned in one of my other recent videos on tips, when you pick your machine, you want to pick something simple. You want to go with something, honestly, out of these two, I would pick the one without the nudge feature. Just because your odds are a little bit better. So you notice with this pay table here, this one's $2,500 credit or $2,500 coin max. This one's $2,500 coin max for the top line jackpot. However, if I really wanted to hit that and go for that, I would opt for this one because, again, the payback percentage is going to be a little better because it does not have that deluxe feature. So, and I kind of detailed that in a previous video about how when you pick your machines, pick something that's simple. Pick something that is simple. And Deborah will be the final question that I take here. Does day of the month matter? No, it does not. The only thing, honestly, when it comes to times and days, so again, and I've hit hard on this a lot about times and days don't matter. At the end of the quarter or the beginning of the quarter, that is the only time that stuff might be a little bit different because that is when most casinos do opt to adjust payouts and stuff like that because, again, most financial institutions run on a quarterly schedule. So at the beginning or end of each quarter, I would try to look, if it's available, look for financial records for the casino and see if they might be changing anything. Anyway, guys, just want to really quick recap here. If you missed the beginning of this, stream, yes, we are approaching 30,000 subscribers, and the channel has only been around for 3 months. 3 months and 30,000 subscribers is an insane amount for YouTube. There are YouTube channels that have been around for 5 and 6 years and do not have 30,000 subscribers. There are channels, actually some of the biggest slot channels out there. If you think of like the top 2 biggest names for slot channels out there, it took them over a year to get where we got in 3 months. And I think that really says a lot. So I am planning a big giveaway for 30,000 subscribers, and I will plan bigger giveaways as the subscribers go on. So anyway, guys, that is phenomenal. It is incredible. I really I'm speechless at the fact that this channel has grown so much. And I really do, like I said, I promise you guys, my promise to you guys is all of my tips and advice will always be free, no matter what. It's always going to be free. I'm never going to charge you for a class or methods or anything like that. Everything I'm going to tell you is going to be free. Also, the second thing is I'm going to make it fun for you guys and easy to understand. I want this to be fun and enjoyable, and I want to be able to break down the information to where everybody can understand it, and it can be very easy for you guys to comprehend. And then the other thing too, guys, is these methods that I'm telling you work. And I hear that from you guys all the time. I get messages constantly through the website, through feedback, through comments, saying, "Hey, I went to the casino, I tried your methods, and I was a little skeptical at first, and it works." And honestly, that's what I want to make sure that this is working for you guys. And also, the other thing too is I'm going to keep the information up to date. I've mentioned this before, that the casino industry does change all the time. Information is always subject to change, so if there is a big change, I'm going to tell you guys. And again, it's always going to be free. So I'm never going to charge you guys for advice, and that's the whole point to this channel. Anyway, guys. So yes, please do continue to share, this video, or not this video in particular because it's a live stream. But if you go back in my library, if there's a video that really speaks to you guys, if it works for you guys, if it's worked for you guys, share the video on your social media and just say, hey, I tried this method out and it actually works. That's the best thing we can do, and that's the best thing that I can ask for you guys. I know a lot of people have asked, they're like, well, how do we help you out? How can we do something for me? Honestly, if you really want to do something for me, the best thing is just sharing the videos, getting the word out there, and helping the channel grow. Because I feel like the more people that I can help and the more information that I can help, that brings me joy and that brings me happiness, and that's all I need. So anyway, guys, that is going to conclude our live stream for this Sunday. Again, I would like to thank you all so much for joining me. Please do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Yes, that low budget video is coming soon. It might be even coming in the next couple of days. Maybe I'll drop that for you even. Maybe I'll get to work on it today and then drop it for you tomorrow. So make sure to hit that bell to stay notified. But anyway, guys, again, thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, best of luck, and we will talk next Sunday.